Hey, what's up, you guys? John from Old Reading Farm here. Thanks for joining us. Today, we're gonna do a little plant haul. And as you can see, we have done a lot. So we are standing here sort of right near where we put our pond and right on the other side of our first barn. So today is actually Kat and my 5th wedding anniversary, which is pretty big. So we decided to, instead of like going on a trip or getting each other presents, we decided to go to a bunch of different nurseries in our state, which is Connecticut, and got a bunch of plants. So Catherine's gonna give them a quick water, and maybe while she does that, we'll go through them, because I think I know what they all are, but we'll get here to just make sure. Pepper, are you supposed to be back here?
All right, so everything is planted. It was so high. It was too hot to film, partially because the camera would keep shutting off, and then partially because we looked awful. Like, I was so sweaty and dirty. It was just incredible. But I'm gonna run through what we planted. I'm gonna show you where everything ended up, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the varieties. I've got all the plant tags, so I'm going to tell you the information that's on the plant tags in case you see any varieties that you are interested in. So we decided for our 5-year wedding anniversary that we were going to go to some different garden centers that we don't usually go to. We put up an ad on our Connecticut Gardeners Facebook group saying hey, we're looking for your recommendations. Where are the coolest garden centers you know? Because we were talking about oh, maybe we should go get a hotel room somewhere from the night, kind of get away from it. We'll go out to a nice dinner, da-da-da. And we were thinking all of that money that we would spend, because hotel rooms are expensive. I haven't gotten a hotel room in ages, and they're a couple $100 for a hotel room. And then we were oh, that'll be fun for one night. Or we could get all these really pretty plants, like this one, and enjoy them basically forever. And every time we're up, sitting in the rocking chairs, looking at the pond, the garden, we're oh, our 5-year wedding anniversary, how nice. So that was sort of the thought process behind it. And the other good thing about plant shopping in August is a lot of places are running sales. We got some of these plants 50% off, we got some 30% off. So it was good. It was a fun way to spend the day. It was hot to plant them, but let me tell you what we got. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this. This is grown by Monrovia. It's a black-eyed Susan, but the variety is called Lion Cub. It is super fluffy. I've never seen anything like it. It says it needs full sun, long-lasting blooms, water when top 2 inches of soil is dry, blooms summer into fall, hardy zones 4 through 8, which means it's hardy down to -30. Please let us never get that cold.
I just need to move the car so that I can bring it back.
Okay, that's fine. Foliage reaches 10 inches tall, 18 inches wide, flowers 14 inches tall, so super pretty. We pulled this one off the rack. It had just arrived when we got there, so we were oh, we'll take this. There was only one. I wish there had been more. Okay, we got a whole bunch of these Sugarbuzz Cherry Pops Bee Balm. So the technical name for bee balm is Monarda, and then the variety of this one is called Cherry Pops. These were all from Lowe's. They were all 50% off. Let's see if it says. Cold hardy is down to -20. Average mature size 20 inches tall, spacing 24 inches. So Monarda. Oh, these. Okay, so we got 2 of these hydrangeas. These were grown by Monrovia. They're called Seaside, Serenade, Newport hydrangea. They do say that they want partial sun, and they're a Monrovia exclusive. I had never seen hydrangeas come in this color, and they look like bright purple when the blooms first come out, and the blooms kind of age to that dusty blue color, which I thought was super, super pretty. It says USDA zones 4 through 9. Moderate growing reaches 3 to 4 feet tall and wide. So those should be really pretty. And we put those like closer to the pond because the blooms were so like pretty. I was like, oh, we want to definitely be able to see these. Okay, next up is Great Blue Lobelia. So this was a pollinator attractor, and it's supposed to be deer and bunny resistant, which is good. So it says spires of deep blue orchid-like flowers adorn sturdy stems, great in drifts or masses, U.S. native, which is nice. 3 feet tall, 2 feet wide. Okay. Oh, okay, so this tree that we got, it is called a ram's horn willow. So the botanical name is crispa, cylex. So I don't know what that is, but it's going to get 30 feet tall. John was really interested in getting a willow because we had left a curly willow behind, plus a few weeping willows. And he really loved those trees, so he was sort of the driver of the willow, and that was like a really interesting one. I've never seen a willow that looks like that before. Okay, we got a few varieties of echinacea. So there's like a more compact, brighter yellow one that's called Echinacea Sombrero Grande Gold. So these ones were like little and squat and cute. And then there was a more like creamy yellow one, and those are called, oh, Sombrero Poco Yellow. So they're both sombrero. I wonder if that's like a series. Grande Gold and Poco Yellow. Okay, I did get 2 roses. The first rose is like a ground cover rose. It's called White Drift. So this ground cover rose has a habit of being 1.5 feet high and then 2.5 feet wide, which is pretty cool. I didn't look at the rose tags like super duper carefully when I was there shopping. I was just like, oh, here's a pretty rose that's left. The other one that I got was a David Austin rose, looks like this. And I didn't realize that this was a climbing rose, so this is the one that's still in a pot. I'm gonna need to rustle up an arbor. I think John's parents have ones that they don't want anymore. So it's called Graham Thomas, and it is a repeat bloomer June through September. The fragrance is light, the blooms are large, the color is rich yellow, can grow up to 12 feet. Isn't that crazy? I hope I can make it live and be happy. Okay, we got a whole bunch of these. These are called nepeta blue. I was just bombed by a butterfly. Okay, blue cloud nepeta. Even though the flowers look pretty white to me, but they're super pretty and they're gonna attract pollinators like crazy. I'm really excited. There's already so much more like bee, butterfly, and like moth life that's happening over here, so that's super fun. Speaking of butterflies, we got 3 of these white profusion butterfly bushes. I love butterfly bushes. They're pretty easy to keep alive, which is like kind of necessary for me. So I'm happy to have 3 of them. There were butterflies all over them when we were picking them up from the store. Okay. One other thing that John picked up was this weeping blue atlas cedar. He loves pine trees, especially when they have like a weeping habit. I mean, who doesn't love like a weeping habit tree? So that is supposed to get, how tall does it say? Oh, he looked it up on his phone, but it's not on the tag. I forget. It was like maybe 12 to 15 feet tall, so not like super duper tall. But we put it right at the edge, so maybe it'll like weep over into the road. Okay, and the last is this ITOH peony. I'm not sure how to say that. So we got, when we went to Lowe's, this wasn't part of our like garden center shopping ring, but we had gone a few days before to get paint and stain for the deck. And there were some plants that were all 50% off. So the Monarda and these peonies were all 50% off because I would not pay $60 for a peony. But I think it is going to be pretty and it'll be nice because a lot of what I have, what garden centers sell, like the most of it is maybe just easiest to buy. This time of year, it's like late summer bloomers. So this will be an early spring bloomer. So it'll be nice to have some like variety during the year. John's going to finish milling some boards to finish up our deck project, which is going to be really exciting. The last plant that we got was like a little 6-pack of creeping thyme. They're gonna be super cute. I think I'm gonna try to have them be like sort of a buffer between the mulch area that's back there and then the gravel that is up here right around the pond proper. So that's about it. That's everything that we got. It was a hot day to choose to plant all these plants. Super duper hot. And but it was super fun to go see all these different garden centers. Fun to get out of our, routine element, not be taking care of animals for an entire day. And so for a little bit of perspective, so the pond is here. These are the rocking chairs that we sit in most mornings. And then if you come around back, I think we're gonna do a little path that comes down here through to this alpaca gate. This pasture is resting right now. We're trying to grow some grass. And then we'll also probably end up doing another path here. I think if I can get my hands on that extra arbor, maybe to put it like right here to walk under to lead you out onto the rest of the girl alpacas are down there. We're watering. Those are peonies right now. Hopefully they live. They're looking a little rough. And then Chicken Village is down that way. Peacock house up there. So that's it. This is our new garden. Probably do some like stepping stones here. Oh, how about those hydrangeas? How beautiful, right? Behind the pond. Yes. We can keep all this stuff alive. The like layers of color is really gonna be nice. So fingers crossed for us. So that is it for this video. We appreciate you watching. Give it a like if you liked it. It was fun to haul all these plants. It was fun to talk to you about the varieties, and I hope you found something that you liked. If you have suggestions of certain varieties, love to hear them in the comments down below. So thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.